TitanX is absolutely exploding, and I will show you how to make even more money than just holding on to TitanX. You can make money on top of your money. Let's get it. What's going on, guys? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is Bitcoin Benito, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. So today we're going to talk about TitanX, how I hold a lot of TitanX, how TitanX has been exploding, but I'm going to show you how you can make money on top of your money with something called liquidity farming, okay? Liquidity pools, how you can still make about 100%, 200%, 300% pretty much on top of the growth of the cryptos that you're already in. By the way, this works for all cryptos in the Ethereum system. It works on cryptos on all other systems too, to be honest, such as the Coinbase chain, such as the Pulsechain chain, such as the Binance chain. Actually, Binance is really good because the fees are very low, but because everything is exploding right now in cryptocurrency and is going to continue to explode for the next 13 months until about October, November of next year, you can do this on any chain. So today I'm going to show you how to do it on the Ethereum chain, okay? I'm going to show you how to use 𝐼𝐸20 tokens, such as TitanX, which is what I've been talking about. But you can do the same thing for Pepe coin, do the same thing for 𝐿𝑈𝑉ium. Both of those are also 𝐼𝐸20s, and TitanX is also an 𝐼𝐸20, meaning that they're on the Ethereum chain. Now, before I get into that, I want to read some of the comments that I have. I would not be here without you. They're very funny today. The first comment that we have is from Daryl M. He says, laughing emoji, Kamala may not have black DNA, but she had a lot of blacks in her. Wow. So this is this is the comment about how Kamala Harris slept her way to the top, I guess. But to be honest, Kamala Harris is half black. Like a lot of black people in America have non-black DNA inside of them. Barack Obama, his mother is blonde-haired and blue-eyed. It's so funny how we talk about that as if it's not true. Most black people in America have about 20 to 70% of white or Indian or Asian DNA in them, and we all call them black people. So this obsession with her being black or not being black is kind of stupid and ridiculous. She considers herself black. She considers herself Indian. I'm not even caping for her. I'm just telling you guys exactly what it is. Next comment that we have is from Genster that says, which one is treating me well? And this is with the videos that I've had before when I did the street interviews, where I asked the question, is it better to be with a guy that is rich but he's ugly, or a guy that is not ambitious and he's poor, but he's absolutely beautiful, you love the way he looks, all that good stuff. So of course, people have to always have some rebuttals. They say, which one is treating me well? Because it doesn't matter what someone looks like or earns if they're demeaning or abusing you in any way. Why do we always have to go to the extreme, the negative extreme? Just talk about the talk about the question that I asked. Then I said, they talk shit to you and about you and you're lonely as fuck. The looks and money are superficial boxes. So the reason why I asked that question that I asked, ugly and rich versus poor and good looking, is because I wanted the questions to be difficult. And if I just said, oh, he's ugly and rich, but he treats you well, or he's really good looking and not ambitious, but he treats you poorly, everyone is going to give the politically correct answer. Why am I going to ask the question where we all know the answer before I even ask the question? What's the point of that? By the way, that's a really good tactic. If you're going to ask questions in an interview where you know the interviewee is going to have a difficult time answering the questions, even though in their own mind, there is a right answer to give, okay? There may not be a right answer in totality, but there is always an answer that they're going to like more versus what they're going to like less, okay? And that's what gives you a better, more engaging type interview. So if I just gave some stupid, politically correct, boring question, you're going to get a stupid, boring, politically correct answer. No one wants to watch that, okay? So next question that we have is from Keith Johnson that says, it's not about if they have money right off the bat. It's about how they would act if he were to suddenly lose it. Yes, that's actually a very good point. I might ask that question next time. Although, again, people are going to give the politically correct answer. They're all going to say, oh, I'm going to stay with that man even though he loses the money. You know, I'm here for the love, blah, blah, blah. They're going to give you the boring answer. People are very predictable, okay? So let's not lie to ourselves. So I'm going to probably change the question a little bit before I answer it. But yeah, that's a good starting point. Next question that we have is from Rachel Gray that says, I'm not into politics. I believe that is obvious. Your queen don't make me laugh. Oh, your queen, comma. Don't make me laugh. This is when one of the people that I asked said that they would vote for Kamala Harris, and they called her a queen. Of course, I'm going to vote for her, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, this person disagrees with it. I mean, me personally, I have my own opinions, but vote for whoever you want to vote for, as long as you vote. Me personally, I don't even know if I'm going to vote because I think America and Western countries are already dying, and that's part of the reason why I want you to get cryptocurrency so that you can be location independent. I would highly suggest that you get a passport or at least a residency in a country that is non-Western because the Western countries are crashing. You can even feel it in your bones, right? You can feel that like, oh, if a horrible attack was to happen, you would be shocked, but would you really be that shocked? You'll be like, oh, well, we're kind of overdue. And the only way to escape it is to have residency so that you can quickly leave your Western country. Most of you are watching this in Western countries, UK, America, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, one of those Western European countries, North American countries like Canada, America. Mexico, I kind of consider an Eastern country because the culture is different. But I would say that you want to become rich. Crypto's going to help you do that in the next 13 months. And then have the ability to have residency in other countries. So that way you could just go to another country and stay there for a couple of months in case the shit goes down, okay? Iran just retaliated against Israel, and we're all waiting with bated breath. Oh my God, what is Israel going to do? We don't know. So that's why you need to prepare yourself now to cryptocurrency so you can live overseas for, not all the time. You don't have to live there all the time. Me personally, I'm going to live overseas for about 3 months out of the year, and then spend most of my time in DC, spend most of my time in America. But I'm definitely going to have a backup plan, and you'll be stupid to not have a backup plan either. Because all this coulda, shoulda, woulda, stupid. We all know something terrible is going to happen soon. In the next year, who knows? In the next 10 years, who knows? But it's going to happen. Next question that we have is from Lars Dedel that says, LOL, I'm so stupid, it hurts. Crypto in 2024. Even Bitcoin might be gone in 2025. Oh my God, we're seeing this again. People still don't believe in cryptocurrency. And then I responded, I can't force you to become rich and successful. It can only be your decision to stay stagnant. It's true. Bitcoin has been out now for almost 16 years and it's only grown 3 million% since 2009. I cannot force you to stop and think and know that crypto is going to explode. I cannot force you to pay attention to the fact that crypto is going to go through its 4-year cycle, and the 4-year cycle's peak is going to be in 2025, and it's going to happen again in 2029. So that way it's smart for you to invest now, 2024. So in the next 13 months, you can watch your money grow 10x, 20x, 100x. I always say that all the coins that I invest in, Pulsechain, TitanX, Xen, 𝐂𝐫𝐳𝐸 specifically, are all going to do a 100x from their all-time low. TitanX already did a 5x from its all-time low. I've been telling you to do this. All the other chains are going to do a 100x from its all-time low. TitanX has grown so dramatically that I think that TitanX, according to my prediction, my conservative prediction, TitanX will still do a 20x, okay? And 20x is crazy. Imagine you're going to do a 20x in the next 13, 14 months, and you're not going to try to invest in it now? That's crazy. So I'm telling you to invest into TitanX for the next 13, 14 months because you're not investing in, you want to invest in things that are traditional, but you won't invest in cryptocurrency because it's scary, because it's scammy. Ooh. And by the way, cryptocurrency is going to explode in 2025 and it's going to crash in 2026. I'm not lying to you. I tell you the truth. That's why I tell you, you need to get my course, bitcoinbenito.com. I show you exactly how to do it. Go to bitcoinbenito.com right now. Get the course. It's very, very cheap right now. Extremely cheap. The money that you're going to make, I'm going to help you 10x your money, 100x your money. Even more than that, to be honest. But I say it's going to do a 100x from its all-time low in all the coins I talk about. I tell you exactly how to get into it, when to get out of it, how to get out of it properly, how to keep it safe so you don't get scammed, because there's scammers out here, how to make profits because crypto is going to crash, and how to be a happy person and live a happier life. I do not lie to you. I show you how to avoid the pitfalls. I am not saying that crypto is perfect. Nothing is perfect in the world. I tell you how to avoid the problems with crypto and how you can gain tons of wealth in crypto if you go to bitcoinbenito.com. Go there right now. Click the link below. And people don't believe in this. You don't want to believe in Bitcoin, right? But you believe in Tesla, which has gone up from $1.28 in 15 years to $241, right? You believe in Tesla, but you don't believe in crypto, which has done 3 million%. Meanwhile, this has only done 18,000%. You don't believe in crypto, by the way, but this is Bitcoin that's gone from $135 to about $70,000 now. Okay. And then if you go to 2019, okay, it has grown 3 million% from 2019 to now. Okay. And it has not died. All it's done is go up every 4 years, go down, go up every 4 years, go down, go up every 4 years, and it's going to continue to go up in 2025, and then it's going to go down in 2026. Okay. We know this is going to happen. I don't know how many times I have to say this. You don't believe in crypto, but you believe in Amazon. Amazon was at, what was this, $2.46 about 16 years ago. Now it's at $185. Is it stupid for you to invest in Amazon in 2008? Or was it an extremely intelligent decision, right? You would have, 90x your money in only 15 years, right? You could have done that. That's a good investment. That's a great investment. You would have been a millionaire, but you would have been a multi-millionaire if you did the same thing in crypto, in Bitcoin, 15 years ago, okay? Because it did 3 million%. Same thing with AMD, okay? Advanced Micro Devices, right? It was $9 16 years ago, 15 years ago, and now it's $171 today, okay? And it's only going to continue to explode because of the advent of AI and because of the advent of Bitcoin, actually, all right? Because of proof of work, you need to invest in companies that are 100%, and I hate smacking. Someone made a comment about my smacking. I'm going to try to improve my speaking skills. See how honest I am? I'm telling you guys all the truth. You would make a lot of money if you invested into a stock that's worth only $9 about, 15 years ago? And now it's worth $171, okay? So this is why you need to get into cryptocurrency right now. Okay, so how are we going to do liquidity farming? First of all, what is liquidity farming? Well, liquidity pools and liquidity farming is the way for you to provide the ability for people to trade one coin for the other. In this case, I'm going to provide people the ability to trade Ethereum for TitanX and TitanX for Ethereum. And every single time that they trade Ethereum for TitanX or vice versa, I receive a fee, okay? Now, my fee is about 1%, okay? So now, if you want to do liquidity pool farming, what you have to do is you have to go to app.uniswap.org, then click pool, then click view position, then click new position, then Ethereum will automatically pop up. And you want to select the token. Now, if you want to have TitanX show up, you have to go to app.titanx.win, scroll down to the bottom, copy this address right here, go back to Uniswap, paste the address, and TitanX is going to show up. You click TitanX, and what you actually have to do is you have to go to swap because you might not have TitanX. So actually go to select token, click the bottom portion, then paste the TitanX account, and then click right here. And then TitanX is not going to have any, you're not going to have any TitanX here, okay? It's going to say 0, but you are going to have Ethereum because what you need to do is go to Coinbase.com or go to Crypto.com, buy some Ethereum. Let's say you're going to buy like $1,000 worth of Ethereum. Or in this case, let's say that I'm going to have, let me see, let me calculate how much it is. Let's say that you're crazy like me and you're going to put in about $1,600 worth of Ethereum and you're going to send it to your MetaMask. So I bought about $1,600 worth of Ethereum from Crypto.com or I bought it from Coinbase. I have the instant option, right? Because I signed up for Coinbase Premium. So that allows me to instantly send this over here and pay very minimal fees. You don't have to pay for the premium version or whatever they call it, Coinbase Plus or something like that. But it makes everything go faster. So just save yourself the time and headache and pay $15 a month. It's very cheap. It's very worth it. I've saved like hundreds of dollars by just paying $15 a month. So it's very cheap. I send it over here. So I send over the $1,600. And then what I do is I go to pool. Okay. Then I click view position and I go to new position. And then what I want to do is I want to have, I believe that TitanX is going to increase in value in the soon future, but it still might have a chance to reduce in value in the near future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it so that it's going to have a 20% chance of reducing in price and a 40% chance of increasing in price. Now, it's not a 20% chance of reducing. It is going to reduce in price because the market goes up and down, but I want to have a range that I think in the near future is going to only reduce by 20% and is going to only increase by 40%, because when I remove liquidity, I'm going to have to pay a fee. And because Ethereum is exploding, Bitcoin is exploding right now, the fees are very expensive. If I did this in the middle of the day, this would cost me about $50. We don't have time to lose money, okay? You want to make money from liquidity farming. You don't want to put all your money, you don't want to waste all your money paying for the fees of liquidity farming, all right? So anyways, I select TitanX, right? I showed you already how to copy and paste the TitanX address here, and then it automatically pops up, right? So it already does a 50% chance that TitanX is going to do better, and it's going to do a 90% chance that it's going to do worse. That's what it's showing me automatically, okay? Now, again, it's not 90% chance. It's saying that I'm going to have, it predicts that TitanX is going to do 98% worse soon and 50% better soon, okay? But it's going, we use our intelligence to let us know that it's not going to do that good or that bad in the coming future. So what I recommend that you do is that I believe that's going to do 20% worse, right? So that means that I believe that I'm going to, in the near future, I'm going to have to pay, what is this, about 2 billion TitanX per Ethereum if it does bad in the future. Or the best price, I should say, of TitanX is going to be 1.2 billion TitanX per Ethereum, okay? So if you believe that TitanX is going to do good, this number becomes lower. And if you believe that TitanX is going to do bad, this number becomes higher, okay? So that's why, because I believe that TitanX is going to do good, and it has a higher chance of doing good than bad, I make this 40%, and this one is 20%, okay? So just do 40% and 20% by the time you're watching this, okay? Now, I have tons of TitanX, right? So right now I have about $1,500 worth of TitanX. So that means I need $616 worth of TitanX. Now, that's probably not going to happen. What I have to do is I'm going to have to change my ratios a little bit, okay? So because I have about, let's see, I have $1,500 worth of TitanX and about $24 worth of Ethereum, I'm going to change it a little bit, okay? I need to give myself a lot more Ethereum to balance it out, to make sure that this 40 and 20% ratio is good, okay? So I'm just going to do the quick calculations real quick, and I'm going to come back. You can do the calculations yourself. It's just basic algebra. Just use the ratios, use the same ratios to do the same thing yourself, and copy the numbers that I have, okay? Use my own $1,600, $1,500 plus dollars of cryptocurrency, and then I'm going to show you the ratio that makes it good, that works for 20% versus 40%, okay? I'll be right back. You can hear my voice a little bit better right now. Sorry, guys. I wasn't using my regular microphone, but whatever. So now I'm back right now. When I did the calculations, my $1,500, when I make the ratio 40% on this side and 20% on this side, is about $429 worth of Ethereum and $1,097 worth of TitanX, okay? So when you do this, you're going to have $1,600 or $1,500 or whatever worth of Ethereum, or whatever ratio that you have, whatever you decide to put in there. And then you're going to change, you're going to try to give yourself $1,100 worth of TitanX, right? You're going to give yourself $1,097 worth of TitanX and $429 worth of Ethereum. But because I have lots of TitanX right now, I'm going to do the opposite, okay? So just do the opposite when you do it. Don't do exactly what I'm doing, but just copy what I'm doing, kind of, sort of. Yeah, so I need to have about 0.179 in my case of Ethereum that I need to get to put in the liquidity pool. And in fact, I'm going to make this a little bit lower to be safe. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially since I have to pay the fees. So I'm going to make it 1.69, okay? And that means about 3 million or so, or whatever that calculation is. Was that, 368 million TitanX. Okay, so then I click swap. I'm going to have to pay about $6 worth of fees. Maybe even $7. And yeah, my fees are about $6. This is market rate. So my fees are about $6. I click confirm. And after I wait a little while, the transaction is complete and the swap is successful. So I close this extension. I then go to pool. I go to view position. I go to new position. And because I want to use all my TitanX, I click this TitanX. I'm using a little bit too much TitanX, but that's okay. I click max on TitanX, and it says I don't have enough inefficient Ethereum balance. That's because my ratios are not correct. So I put this to 40% like I wanted to do, right? And I put this to 20% like I wanted to do earlier. And I still don't have enough Ethereum, okay? So that's the problem. Your ratios might be a tiny bit off, but not 100%. So I only have a $426 worth of Ethereum. So I'm going to have to reduce the amount of Ethereum that I'm going to use. So I'm going to do about $400 worth of Ethereum, okay? So I do 4.6, let's do like, yeah, this is about $400 worth of Ethereum. So I'm still going to have a little bit of TitanX left. A lot of TitanX left, let's be honest. Just a tiny bit, but it's not too much. Yeah, I'm gonna have, oof, yikes. I'm gonna have about $140 worth of TitanX left over because 400, yeah, because I'm gonna have, is going to give me about $30 worth of Ethereum left over after I do this. But it's okay. I'll just keep that extra TitanX in my account. It's fine. So I'm going to my lower balance, right? My lower prediction is that I'm going to have 1.2. I believe that TitanX is only going to increase in value so that I will have 1.29 billion TitanX per ETH. And the worst case scenario is that it will reduce in value so that I have to pay 2.6 billion TitanX per ETH. Now, when I say increase and reduce in value, I'm talking about the value of TitanX in comparison to Ethereum. Okay, so I click add. So I'm going to add that liquidity. And my fee is $18. God damn. So anyways, I'm going to have to pay this $18 worth of Ethereum. Ugh, Lord. $17. Oh, yay, I saved $1. And this is going to leave me with only about maybe $10, $15 when it's done. So I wait, and it's going to take about 15 seconds. And there I go. It's successful. Your transaction is complete. Your transaction is submitted. So I can close this extension. I can close this also. And then it's going to automatically reload, but just click the reload button if it's not working. And then you're going to see a open position right here. And the position is going to be in range because we just added it. Okay. So Uniswap is going kind of slow on Firefox. And then here we have it. We have the range right here. Okay. So 1.29 billion TitanX per ETH is the minimum and 2.6 is the maximum. I click on it. The ratio is 72% in TitanX and 28% in ETH. And right here, you're going to see it. It's going to be like 1 cent in the next 5 minutes because my range is very, very tight. And you come back here next day, you're going to have like $10, $20. Recently, when I invested about $22, $2,400 worth of TitanX Ethereum liquidity pool, I was making about $16 a day. Okay, in fees, just $16 a day, which is about 0.7% a day. Now, 0.7% times 365 means that my APY is about 255%. Unbelievable. This 255% on top of the growth of TitanX and on top of the growth of Ethereum in the next year. So this is going to absolutely make everything explode in value. Now, I'm not going to put all my money in liquidity pools. I'm going to have like most of it in just regular TitanX because TitanX might explode in value. It might do another 100x. Who knows? So my fees are my liquidity pool growth won't be as powerful as if I just have it in Ethereum. I mean, if I just have it in TitanX, because the fees that I get is good fees. It's about what I say, 0.7% a day, but it might not grow as fast as having this liquidity pool. Okay. So, you determine what you want to do. Me, I'm going to do about 80% in just TitanX and then 20% in these liquidity pools. But, I just want to make money on top of my money. And if the liquidity pool does better than just having TitanX in the future, then I'll do that in the future. Okay. So let me explain how to pull the money out. Okay. what I was explaining before is that you are going to be able to pull out your money. Okay, after you provide the liquidity farming, you're going to be able to pull out your money, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. So all you have to do is go to app.uniswap.com, then go to pools, go to view your position, then go to your positions right here. And these are my old positions, by the way. All these right here, they say closed. But here is the position that I have, and it's still in range, okay? I click on it, and I now have $6 worth of fees. By the way, I invested about $2,400, and I made about $6 in only about an hour. This is how explosive it is right now, because a lot of people are trading their TitanX, or trading their Ethereum, for TitanX. And then TitanX is probably going to go down again in the next few days or weeks, because TitanX has been exploding so dramatically. So people are going to trade back into Ethereum, and I'm still going to receive fees when I come back. The same way I'm going to receive fees when they go into TitanX, okay? And I do this at a 1% rate. So about I've had about 1%. I've had about $24 worth of fees in my own liquidity range. Okay, that's what I was explaining earlier. Okay, so all I have to do is just click remove liquidity, and when I remove liquidity, it's going to also give me the $6, and it's going to remove my liquidity. That's the liquidity pools that I have in TitanX and Ethereum, and it's going to change it from an LP token, right, a new liquidity pool token, to a, let me kind of try to make this higher for you guys to see. So right here, my range, like I showed you earlier, was between 1.3 billion, right? So that means I think that the worst that TitanX is going to do in relation to Ethereum is, or the best that is going to do, is 1.3 billion TitanX per Ethereum. And the worst that is going to do in the next few weeks is 2.7 billion. Sorry, you couldn't see my face, but you heard everything I was saying. 2.7 billion TitanX per Ethereum in the next few weeks, okay? So as long as it stays in that range, I'm going to receive the fees. And the fees that I get, the tighter my fees are, the more money that I'm going to get, okay? So to remove this, I'm going to click remove liquidity, and I'm going to have to pay a small fee, okay? So right now I'm recording this at 11 p.m. on October 9th. You're going to be seeing this on October 10th in the morning if you live in America. So I click remove liquidity, and I'm going to have to pay about $5-6, okay? So it's a little bit cheaper now because I'm doing this in the nighttime, but it will be more expensive if I did this in the middle of the day, like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., in the middle of the day, Eastern Standard Time, okay? And if you want your fees to be very low, I would recommend that you do this at like 2 a.m. In the middle of the night, or you do this on the weekend. So now I'm going to decide to remove liquidity in the Ethereum TitanX pair, and I want to remove all of my liquidity. That's what you saw in the $2,000+ in the screen before. Okay, so now it's telling me that I've pulled Ethereum. I've pulled about 0.3 Ethereum and 1.53 billion TitanX, and I'm going to earn about 0.002 Ethereum, and I'm going to earn 2.2 million TitanX. Both of these combined together equals about $6, what I showed you before. And I can also have the option to receive this as wrap ETH. But all I'm going to do now is receive this as some Ethereum and receive it as some TitanX. And I'm going to receive the initial $2,000+ that I used to put it into the liquidity pool that I showed you before. Now, of course, the numbers are different, like I said before, but I'm doing this because I'm kind of doing this in reverse right now. I don't have time to show you this, blah, blah, blah. Change the numbers in your mind, but the idea is exactly the same. And again, if you want to see the details of how to do this, and I explain it better and I explain it in better detail, go to bitcoinbenito.com and get the course. So I click remove. I click remove again. It explains what's happening. Then my MetaMask is going to pop up right now. Go and see how to get a MetaMask account. I'm using Firefox right now, but you can also do it for Chrome. And it works a little bit faster on Chrome, to be honest. And there you go. So I'm going to have to pay about $8 worth of fees. This is so expensive. Very annoying. I'm going to have to pay about $8 worth of fees right now. And then I'm going to get my 1 billion TitanX and 0.336 Ethereum. Plus the fees that I earned, which is about $6. Now, because I only did my liquidity pool farming for about an hour, the fees that I have to pay to remove this liquidity is a little bit more than the $6 that I earned But this is why you want to keep it for a long time and try to make money. Try to do this when you need the money, pretty much. You can keep it here for a long time. The only time you should remove the fees and then rebalance it again is if it goes out of range, okay? Go to bitcoinbenito.com. I explain it a little bit better. So anyways, I'm going to click confirm. And it's kind of finicky because the price changes about every 12 seconds. So you have to click confirm if you wait too long. And it's going to take about 38 seconds, okay? So this actually happens pretty fast. Ethereum has been going a lot faster now that it's proof of stake. It used to take about 30 seconds, but now the transactions, there you go. The transactions take about less than 15 minutes, if it's not too busy. If it's really busy, it might take 5 minutes. Or if you use a traditional account like Coinbase, it's going to take like 5-10 minutes, even though it's fast right now. And when Bitcoin explodes in price, Ethereum explodes in price, it's going to change from 5 minutes to even maybe 30 minutes, where we're going to see the peak in October of next year. Okay, so I close this extension and I go look on my MetaMask, and I see now I have $847 worth of Ethereum, even though I had about $30 before, and I have $169 worth of TitanX. Okay, so all you have to do is just take your Ethereum, click send it to my contacts. Now I saved my contacts in Coinbase. I show you how to do this in my account, in my course in Coinbase. But what you would do is you would copy and paste the Coinbase Ethereum address into this place right here. You would save it right here, and then you would click send. But because I already saved it, I saved it as one place called Coinbase Real. So I'm going to click Coinbase Real. I saved the name and everything. And I shouldn't be showing this to you guys, but who cares? I mean, you could try to steal the money. This is a fake account. It's not my real account. I just use it for educational purposes. So go ahead and steal the money out. As soon as I record this video, my account is going to be really low. So whatever, who cares? So I'm going to decide to send, I want to send like $950 to my account. And then I'm going to my Coinbase account. And then because I have an option to use my debit card, so make sure that you have the option to use the debit card, the instant transactions in the debit card. And I signed up for Coinbase Premium or something like that, which costs like $15 a month or $20 a month. I'm able to save tons and tons of money on fees. So what I'm going to do now is, because I want to send about $950, I'm going to trade a little bit more money. I'm going to trade a little bit more of my TitanX to Ethereum. So I go to trade and I click swap, and then I click this button to reverse the way it looks. Then I go to select token, and then I go click here on TitanX. Now, if you don't have TitanX on your account, what you need to do is go to CoinGecko, search for TitanX. So after you're on CoinGecko.com, go to search right here, type in TitanX, and sometimes it doesn't show up. You might have to reload the CoinGecko page. You can click TitanX right there. And then you click this copy and paste button right here. So you click it right there, and you see it says Ethereum. So you click that right there, and then you go to this area right here. You click that. It's not going to say TitanX. It's going to say something else. And you just paste it right here. Okay. And then TitanX will show up, and then you click TitanX, and then it's going to auto-populate. Now, I said I have about $150 worth of Ethereum right now, and I want to add about an extra $100. But because everything that you do on Uniswap and everything that you do with ERC20 tokens and your Ethereum chain, you're going to have to use some Ethereum fees to pay for this. So I am going to send more than $100. I'm going to try to trade about $120 worth of Ethereum from TitanX. So what I do is I change the numbers. I click max, and now I have $1,600 worth of TitanX. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the numbers a little bit to try to get to $200 or $220, let's say. So I do like that. Let's make it 9. Okay, I think that's good enough. So, I said $120. Okay, so let's do like this. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so this is about a couple billion. Yeah, 1.3. Oh, sorry, 107 million TitanX, will give me about $119 worth of Ethereum. Then I click swap, and my fees are going to be about $5. I click confirm swap. Now, when you do trades like this, because trades happen so often and they're very, very cheap, you can decide to do a low fee type trade. So this low fee type trade that I'm going to do is going to save me about 50 cents a dollar. So I go here and I click this pencil, and I decide to do slow, which is going to take me about 60 seconds. And instead of $5, I'm going to pay $4.70. Okay. Now, don't try this when you try to remove liquidity or try to add liquidity, because they're more complicated and your transaction might fail. But because this is a very easy transaction, it's just a swap from one coin to another, it's probably going to go through. Let's see what happens. I click confirm and we wait. And there we go. The swap has success. Okay. And then your transaction is complete. Okay. So we close this and then we look at my MetaMask, and we're going to see that I have a little bit less Ethereum. We have a little bit more Ethereum, and we have a little bit less TitanX. Okay. So now we have only 1,500 TitanX. And then I then click send up here because I'm going to be sending Ethereum. And then I click my contacts, and then I'm going to send most of it, not all of it, most of it to my Coinbase account. Okay. So I want to send about $940. So in order to send $940, okay, there we go. So I'm going to send about $940. Let's make it a little bit more like that. Oof. And this is kind of, yeah, that's good enough. So I'm going to send $943 to my Coinbase real account. Let's be safe. It's always better to send less than to send more. So I send $938. It's going to cost me about 54 cents. Because it's so cheap, I just choose the regular market right here. It's going to take about 60 seconds. It's probably going to take about 30 seconds. And I click confirm. It's 56 cents now, but whatever, that's still very cheap. And then we'll wait. And the transaction is complete. And there you go. You're welcome. I did this all for you. Now I'm telling you this because I thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. Let's get this money.